All right, wormies, it is day 3 and you are looking at a triops. He has already grown so much, though it is hard to believe. They shed probably 3 to 5 times a day in this first few days. They have been eating the fairy shrimp, which are the dark dots that you can see here, and just concentrating on growing. They are awesome little hunters at this stage already. So yeah, day 3, and this is the size. Here we go, a little later on in the evening. You can tell these guys have already grown just from the morning to the nighttime. They grow awfully fast. At this point, I figure we've got just around 7, but they are running out of fairy shrimp, and I have had to start putting some food in at this point. This is the food that comes with the pack. It is very fine. So I've done a little bit of a water change just to change out some of the dirt that I can see there with my turkey baster. And we're gonna give these guys some food and see what happens. Now I have to admit, I totally failed on my brine shrimp, so I have no backup. So we'll see what happens from here. Trying to convince these little hunters is just like trying to convince a baby betta or any other baby shrimp to go from a live food to a processed food, and we'll see how they do. After a few hours, the food there is that light green stuff, and some of them you can tell are eating it. But I did start to notice that I didn't find all of my 7 very shortly after the fairy shrimp hatch. So if you can, I definitely recommend trying to get some brine shrimp to hatch out as a backup, just to make sure you get the best amount for your dollar here. Here is 4 days in the morning. You can tell the ones that did catch on to the food definitely grew, but 3, we got 3. This is the container that I'm going to move them in. They have very quickly grown out of their little bowl. I'm using up the last of my water and filled this container, one of my growths for my bettas, and we're just going to transfer them in. Yeah, 4 days, look how big already. This has become quite the family process. Everybody loves coming over, checking out how fast they're growing and their progress. I still am keeping a piece of carrot in there, and I haven't tried feeding them anything else extra that is off of their list. This is what they are going to look like when they get bigger. They do have 3 eyes, hence the name triops. So here we are the next morning. They are growing really good in their new container and have enjoyed the space. You can see them just swimming through every inch of here, though it is getting quite dirty quite quickly. You can see the shape definitely starting to go through here. You can see the shell, the nice tail with the split at the end. Very cool looking. Super fast, and like I say, they do swim the whole container. I do like to start these little things in a much smaller bowl than they recommend. I just find that then they can find their food easier. It's not spread out over such a large space. At this point, they can swim around and travel so well, it does not matter. Here is day 6. At this point, they are starting to need a whole new tank for sure. So they are growing super fast, and we were trying to get some black gravel for these guys. As you could tell, they were very hard to see on the white gravel that they came with, so I thought some black sand would be perfect. this is where things started to go really wrong. That black sand that I got was just not coming clean. It was very strange to work with. So we have since decided to cancel that out. So my supplies right now that I need to work with are a 5-gallon tank and a lot of wires down there that I've got to figure out how to get the timers and all switched around. So here we go with a fun little project. I would like them to have a filter, and this is a bit of a heated room, so we won't have to worry about that. Oh, I put myself a day behind with the sand issue. I was just so mad at that. So here we are setting up the tank with some darker gravel, but I don't know if I will be able to get the eggs out of this gravel. It would be much better if these guys could burrow and hide them in some sand, but here we go, we're working with what we've got. You live and learn, right? So here we are moving the triops on day 8. Oh man, just check him out, just enjoying the space. So here is the old container, and I didn't want to catch these guys in a net. They've got such little pieces on their underbellies, so we did transfer them all over in a container just to make sure there was no injuries and nothing got stuck. This water in the tank is all my water out of my tap. I have just used some prime in it, and that's all. I didn't want to continue with the bottled water if I could help it, and just very, very slowly over the last few days did water changes in their little container, adding the local water in on top. I put some more limestone, that's these little white rocks in here. They did come with the kit just because these guys do shed so much. You need to make sure that they have got a continuous supply of calcium in the water, just like your shrimp or other crustaceans. As you can see, the switch to tank life has been amazing for these guys, and they are growing so fast. I can't wait to be able to see if we got male, female, all that kind of fun stuff. So hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to make sure you catch the next video, guys. I am excited, and I will see you guys next time.